Hello everyone. We're trying to figure out a better system for the ceiling of the pub because the Armstrong material is super pricey and they don't seem to be willing to work with us too well. So I think we can come up with something that is not only cheaper, looks as good, and will function great as far as acoustically goes and also aesthetically. So this is a panel that, one of the types of panels I have in my studio. It's a little different than the ones I built for Faro because it has a standoff to hold the panel away from the wall about an inch or so, which helps it become more effective. And these are just pressed in, so you can just pop these out and you can see the basic frame here. So the basic frame can be made any size, but if we make them bigger, we have to deal with seams in the actual rigid fiberglass because they only come in 2x4 panels. But that's okay, we can figure that out if we want to go bigger panels. If not, we build 2x4 panels, we put them in a mosaic on the roof or in the ceiling. Some way it'll fit around all the equipment we got hanging down there. And since it won't be hanging down too far, we don't have to worry about the speakers and the fire sprinklers and stuff like that. So basically we can make frames out of light wood. Have just a rudimentary support system. Since they'll be on the ceiling, we'll want to definitely glue those panels into this frame. But dimensionally we could go as wide as we want, narrow as we want here. They would mount easily to the ceiling with the existing structure. They don't weigh enough to add anything to the ceiling to where it would be a problem. But what we would do is, of course, we'd paint the ceiling black first, mount all these, have these black, and then I built a quick panel out of a scrap. So basically it's very simple, glued on the face, wrapped around on the back, and instead of using the burlap covered one, we would use this black material, which coincidentally is cheap as dirt because all it is the weed barrier for when you do outside landscaping and you want to keep the weeds down. You can put this stuff underneath the dirt and it will prevent weeds. Now, acoustically it's transparent. It's actually a perfect material and it would look something like that finished. It has a slight sheen to it, so it's kind of like a semi-gloss, which I think will work out well. So this gives us the ability to tailor the acoustic stuff around everything on the roof. It's light, we don't have to worry about any more structure, and we can cover probably at least 50% of the ceiling with this kind of paneling, which would give us all the sound absorption we need. If it's not enough, then later on we might put some on the soffits or behind the bar or something like that. But I think if we can cover 50–60% of the ceiling with this, I think we're golden. Because right now in the Brewpub, it doesn't have a lot of reflections and there's so many different angles, it's kind of working for our benefit. So with that going on, the diffusion going on, and this absorption, I think it'll work out really well and cost probably a third or a quarter of what the whole Armstrong thing would have cost us to put together. Anyway, that's our thoughts. I thought I'd send a video because to show you what I'm doing instead of spending time drawing, because it takes me a long time to draw stuff. So give me your feedback. Thanks.